we've got to talk about Ruben Amorin at Man United and the fact that it's not going to work. I just, it's no part of it looks like it's going to work, right? Let's go through his tactics, right? And unless he completely changes his tactics, which is possible, I mean that's what Ten Hag did. Although Ten Hag changed his tactics to just hope that McTominay can score in the 90th minute and you'll nick a win, which worked until they sold him. But anyway, if he keeps these same tactics that he does at Sporting, it's not going to go well. Right, so let's think about this team, right? Amorin at Sporting plays a 3-4-3, right? With two wing backs in the four there, right? So basically like a 5-2-3. It will be Onana in goal, who is, I mean, Onana's shit, but it will be him. And then your free back is De Ligt, presumably in the middle, Lisandro Martinez on the left or the right, and then Lenny Yoro as the other one. Although he's injured, so at the moment it's Maguire or Evans, one of them two, right? And what you sort of need with a free back is some pace, some recovery pace, because there's only three of you. You don't always have your wing backs there. So, wingers could expose you if you're slow. And the issue there is they're all slow. Everyone, they're all slow as shit. Lisandro Martinez, as well as being tiny, isn't really that fast. De Ligt is both clumsy and desperately slow. And then, Lenny Yoro might be fast. Never seen him play. But Maguire isn't. And Johnny Evans is basically in a wheelchair, so he's not going to catch up with a quick winger. Like, any quick winger that can get in behind the fullbacks is exposing that back three so badly. So badly. Just for pace, for agility, for strength, even on Martinez's side. Because he's got a bit about him, but he's like 5'6", man. Just shove him. He's finished. Then you move forward. We'll move forward to the fullbacks. And again, when you're doing this fullback system, you need fullbacks that are going to bomb up and down the pitch. Until they don't have those. They really don't have those. Diogo Dalot will probably go back over onto the right, and he is a decent right back, but, he couldn't even cover the back post, let alone covering his entire side. You think Dalot is going to go up the wing, overlap, and then put in a cross, and then they lose it, and then he's getting back on time? Never is he getting back. Dalot is staying up there, and he's having a nap, is what he's doing, right? He's never getting back in time, which therefore means, oh, your slow centre-backs are exposed. Oh dear. And then on the other side, it's even worse, because, Mazraoui maybe starts. I don't know, he's not very good. He's also a right back more than a left back. I don't know why they signed him. But then I've also seen that, Luke Shaw might be back from his injury in time for Amorin's first game. And he's fat, bruv. He's huge. Left back, bombing up and down. Luke Shaw, maybe in 2017, not since. No fucking way. No chance. The man's limbs are made of paper mache. You think he's getting up and down multiple times a game, consistently? Never. It's not happening. And Tyrone Lassie is like dead. So you can't bring him on. Oh God. So you need quick centre-backs in case, your full-backs are up there and they get exposed. And they don't have that. And they also have full-backs that will constantly get exposed because they're too slow or they haven't got the stamina to get back. So that's pretty dangerous to start off with. Then you move into midfield. And because of this 3-4-3, you only really have two actual midfielders. So who do you play in there? Because they've now got Kobe Mainu, they've got Ugarte, they've got Mount, they've got Fernandez, and they've got Casemiro. That's 5 people looking for them same spots. And none of them really work together. Excuse me for dying. I'm fighting through to talk about Man United being shit. The option I guess you go for is Fernandes and Mainu, but then there's no balance in that midfield. There's no Mainu's been played at CDM, but he isn't one. He's more of a box to box. He likes to get in and around. And Fernandes is a cam. Like he's not going to come back and defend, is he? Where's the that midfield is getting overrun by an OAP football team, bro. And then so maybe you play Casemiro, but he's fucked as well. He's old and he's terrible. You play Ugarte, who's not very good. United fans were rating him so highly. Man failed in League 1, alright? That guy stinks. He's terrible. He's shit. So, do you play Ugarte and Mainu, but then now Fernandes isn't in the team, unless you sort of put him out onto the wings, or what the hell do you do? this entire midfield is finished. Whoever you put in there is getting overrun. They're done. They're done out. Because, I mean, the wing backs might push into the middle, but they're going to be shattered at all times. So, it's not really going to help. So you've got an exposed three at the back defence, two tired wing backs that aren't going to get back, and a midfield that's going to get overrun. How do you make this even better? With a shit attack. So the reason that this works for Amorin at Sporting, because they do get exposed and they do concede a lot of goals, but the reason it works for him is they've got a really good attack. They've got Trincao on the right, they've got Pedro Gonçalves on the left, and they've got Victor Gyökeres, who's scored like 20 goals already this season, at striker, right? That's why it works. Sporting will outscore you. They don't care if you score 3, they'll score 4. Fuck you. But the issue with doing that at United is they won't score 4. Ever. They will never score 4. No fucking way. You've got... Man, on the wings, you got Garnacho, who's so overrated. It hurts my head, bro. People love him. It's the same with Mainu. People overrate Mainu. Big time. But they overrate Garnacho even more, because at least Mainu showed something for a while. Garnacho showed an overhead kick, and that's it. That's all the brother's ever done. I've never seen him do anything else. Whenever I watch United, man does nothing all game. He's too busy trying to act like Ronaldo. Except he's missing the one bit you need, which is the goals. So he's useless off on the right wing. You got Diallo that can come on for him, which, I mean, Ahmad actually looks alright, so, I can't really say him. Then in your left wing, you got Rashford, who's also terrible. He's really bad and has been for a long time. I mean, Rashford was playing badly when he was feeding the kids, except people didn't talk about it because he was feeding the kids. And then, like, 2 years later, he kept playing shit, had one decent enough year where United should have sold him for like 60 million to PSG. They didn't. They gave him a new contract, and he's been shit since. And you could see it was going to happen. It happened with Aubameyang at Arsenal. Everyone could see it, and they did it anyway, and he's been shit. Fucking fantastic. Nice one. Rashford, maybe Amorin will put a pep back in his step, and he'll be better, but at the moment he's looking terrible. And then, just to... Ruben, mate, you're swapping out the best striker in the world on current form, like the best. No one has scored more in the amount of games than Victor Gyökeres, right? You're swapping him for Xerxes, who has one Premier League goal, one, and it came on his debut against Fulham. It was a jammy goal as well. It was like a tap-in. Man is Jackson, except he doesn't make his chances. Man is Jackson from last year, except he doesn't make the chances. He does what Højlund does. And you're swapping Gyökeres for Xerxes, who's terrible, and Højlund, who's equally terrible. Højlund's better, because at least he's more clinical, but both of them just stand there and wait for chances to fall on a plate for him. They never do anything. You just stand in the box and wait, and sometimes it falls for you, and if it falls for Højlund, he'll probably score. If it falls for Xerxes, he probably won't. But that's all they do. So many problems everywhere. The whole thing. looks like there's problems. If he makes it work, I will be very impressed, because if he just takes his sporting tactics and does them at United, they will get fucked every game. They won't score, and they'll be exposed in defence. Use your head, mate, because fucking hell.